All right, folks, it's Sherman Ray, and this is the Livin in Vegas podcast. Time to get this show started. Let's go. Hey, and good morning, everybody. This is Sherman Ray, and this is the Livin in Vegas podcast. I want to welcome you all to the show today on a fantastic Thursday. It's just a little bit past hump day, and we're actually getting started on time. I want to apologize. It looks like I've got two different time schedules here, but I do what I do what I have to do to try to make this thing happen here. So, just want to welcome everybody to the show this morning. Welcome all of our friends and fans on Facebook. I'm going to wait just a little bit and let you guys get on the page and stuff like that. Yesterday, I got into a rant yesterday. I want to apologize. I really do. I want to apologize, first of all, because even my wife says, she goes, honey, you were really ranting yesterday. Well, I was a little perturbed. Many of you heard my story yesterday because there was a vandalism that happened near my place yesterday, and I saw it. You rarely get to see these things, and when you do see them, you get a little perturbed, and I was a little perturbed yesterday. The show started late as it was, so I ranted on and on for most of the show. We won't do that today, okay? Because I think we're gonna find those little sons of guns, and I was gonna cuss, but many of you know I don't do that. Anyways, I'm Sherman Ray. I'm the publisher of Livin in Vegas magazine. We come to you each and every day, Monday through Friday, to talk to you about the people, the places, the trends, the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. That's right, folks. When you think of living in Vegas, think living local. We talk about local events, people, prominent people who make things happen, and how it affects you. And there's a lot of things that have been going on. I got to tell you, a lot of things have happened this week in particular. One of them I just heard about this morning. I don't have the article up in front of me, but I will. But I think I know what's going on with it since I'm out there all the time out in the Red Rock area. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And so we just got a lot of stuff to talk about. We really do. For those of you, this might be your first time checking me out. I'm the publisher of Livin in Vegas magazine. It comes out quarterly. We're working on the July edition right now. We're just finishing out. Should be coming out, gosh, what? Another week? Another week. Almost done with it. Some really fantastic stuff in it. But before that comes out, you can still read the current edition of Livin in Vegas magazine. And on the cover are great friends, Kristen and Greg Berta. They are the owners of Junk Luggers, and I want to thank you for being a sponsor for the magazine and also supporting all the things that we do here at Livin in Vegas magazine. We produced another magazine called Livin Weekly magazine. So Livin Weekly magazine, for those of you, this might be your first time reading it, is a weekly magazine. So it comes out on a weekly basis. And you can actually get this in your email inbox. All you got to do is reach out to us and at info at livininvegas.com. That's info at livininvegas.com. Let's put that up there. Info at livininvegas.com, and we will get that in your inbox each and every week. In addition to our newsletter that comes out on a daily basis. We didn't put it out yesterday because we got so busy yesterday. And so those are the things that we got out there. And excuse me, and I yawn incessantly. It's not that I'm tired, folks. It really isn't. I'm not tired. It's just that sometimes you just get busy. And want to impress on you folks that if you watch the show regularly, you're watching us on either YouTube or you're watching us on Facebook, like us, subscribe to us, join our community, because really we do a lot of stuff. We really do. And we really want you to be a part of all the stuff that we do for Livin in Vegas magazine. Okay. What else are we doing? Oh, let's pay some bills, folks, really quick, and then we're going to get on with the show because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Okay, here we go. Hi, everybody. It's Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast. Are you a business owner that's looking to get the word out about his product, service, or even just a great message out there? Well, we'd like to give you that opportunity by being a guest on Livin in Vegas podcast. It's super simple. All you've got to do is contact us at advertising@livininvegas.com. That's advertising@livininvegas.com, and we'll schedule you for an interview on Livin in Vegas podcast. I'm Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast, where we talk about the people, the places, the trends, and the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. I know. Well, fantastic, folks. And we just actually, so I'm watching our Facebook page, and we have a lot of people who are on our group page who post things to the page. Love it, folks. If you've got something that's going on in Las Vegas, you've got an event, you've got a person of interest, you've got something to talk about, don't even hesitate, folks. Generally, we will approve whatever you're going to do pretty readily, unless you are a crazy person. We don't generally deal with crazy people, but none of the people are on a page like it. And we also encourage you, the larger our group of people who are on our pages, who get on our newsletters, the stronger we are as an organization, okay? The more input we have. As a matter of fact, Mooch, who's the Jerome Mooch Harry, he's the owner of, Classic Jewel. So Classic Jewel is a nightclub downtown. It's more than a bar. It's more than a cocktail lounge. It is it's really an institution, growing into an institution downtown. He just put something up on our Facebook page, and so we've got a large group of people who really love Las Vegas. We want to promote you. We want to tell everybody about you and what you're doing. Okay, so don't even hesitate. Put your stuff on the page and invite people to the page. Okay, just invite people. Okay, invite 5 friends. Okay, invite 5 friends to be a part of the Livin in Vegas magazine page, to like the page, our business page, or to be a part of our group page, Livin in Vegas. Okay, so don't even hesitate. Just do it. Just invite your friends. Okay. What else is going on, folks? We got a lot of stuff going on today. Gosh, what are we going to start with? Okay, let's start with this story. There was actually a guy who was just arrested just recently. This is like a teacher that was arrested. 34-year-old guy. We won't even say what his name is. Okay, we will. His name is Cody Glass. They arrested this guy for multiple counts of sexual misconduct with a juvenile student, coercion, and kidnapping. Oh my gosh. So this happened back in May, where this teacher, his name is Cody, they were investigating him, and they said, hey, look, I don't know. We won't even spend a lot of time on this, but anyways, he was arrested. So good. Get him out of the school district, because, guys like that are just kind of freaks. This is Michael McDonald. Many of you probably recognize Michael McDonald. He is the state party chairman for the GOP. He actually just had his phone, him and Jim Gaffigan, who's up in northern Nevada, they got their phones seized by the FBI. And don't know a lot about this story other than the fact that DeGraff and Reed, James, up in northern Nevada. This all stems from the January 6th investigation that they're putting on right now with the state of Nevada, the country. And what's going on is, and we don't want to be very political, even though I'm a very political person. Many of you know I'm a very political person, but right now they're having the January 6th investigation where they're basically saying that former President Trump, incited people to riot on the White House. And so Democrats who are in the House are basically looking for anybody and everybody to lump in with this investigation. And looks like Chairman McDonald and Chairman who was a county chairman, Jim DeGraffin Reed, were swept up in this investigation. So they got their phones, and we'll give you some updates on this, folks. It's a very interesting, a fluid kind of investigation that's going on, and it's not a good thing at this point. But on a happier note, this is a much happier story. Many of you know Mario. Mario is the owner of Mario's West Side Market, supermarket, and he has had this thing for a long time, folks. I mean, it's been a part of the West Side of Las Vegas for like 27 years. I mean, he's been there a long, long time. Actually, I went to high school with Mario, and they are getting an upgrade. So they're part of the pandemic dollars, emergency rescue money, are going to Mario, and he has a small place. I mean, it really is a small supermarket right over off of MLK, and I think it's Lake Mead. Yeah, it's that general area. And it's done what it does. It does what it does. It can't compete against the Walmarts, of course, but it's right in the heart of that neighborhood in the historic West Side, and has been serving that area for decades. I mean, decades. And so, and I heard about this about a year ago, that they were going to get some pandemic dollars to help them expand. So if you know where Mario's is at, there's a building right behind it that was like the CVS that was back there. I believe they're actually expanding into that building and expanding their operation, which will be fantastic for the neighborhood. I mean, it's awesome. In the historic West Side, there was somebody opened up like a Vons. And what they did is they put gates around the thing. It looked like a prison. I mean, it was just imposing. And they figured that the neighborhood was going to steal from them, blah blah blah. And literally, the neighborhood said, "Screw you! We're not going to shop here," and they didn't. And the place folded. Mario's has been in that area. I know it's been there more than 27 years. It had to have been. Mario's has been there for years, through thick, through thin, and the neighborhood has embraced him as the guy who really cares about the neighborhood. And as a result of it, I'm so happy for Mario. We give you a happy clap, 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 that you've done such a great job. And so we're very excited for you. We'll be right back, folks. Yeah. And we're back, folks. I'm Sherman Ray, the publisher of Livin in Vegas magazine. Have you guys looked at our new website yet? No? Really go over to our website. We're actually adding some new things because we put out a lot of information during our podcast, during our newsletter that we send out every day. And a lot of people have been saying, "Hey, Sherman, we'd like to go to your website and check it out too." And so what we're doing is we're actually adding a lot of the stuff that I can't get to on the show here because, face it, folks, I talk a lot. I do. I talk a lot. And so now we're putting a lot of the stories and linking to a lot of the stories that we do on the show on our website. So you don't know it, but I have in front of me 20 articles that we could talk about in the morning. I generally only get to about 5. Yeah, only maybe 5, 6 at the most, because I start talking, kind of like I'm doing right now. And it's called Banter, and it's comic relief. So we're more than just a news show, folks. We inform, we banter, we do it all. And so I might get to more than 4 articles. Generally, I don't. So what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be uploading, and we've already done this already this morning. I think we have at least six of these articles up on our website right now. Just go to livininvegas.com, and they're right at the top of the page, and you can just click on them and you can actually read the entire thing, and from the original authors and stuff like that. So don't even hesitate, folks. We're actually going to be doing that later, and we'll add all of the articles that. But you know what? If let's say you can't do that and you're on the run and you want to get it in an email, just send me your text. Just email me your email address. Just send it to info@livininvegas.com. Info@livininvegas.com. Get it right to you, right in your email address. Also, folks, we are actually going to be starting a GoFundMe account. Okay, yeah, that's right. Because you know what? Um, we believe that you want to be a part of what we're doing in Livin in Vegas magazine. Yeah, we do. We really believe it, that the community wants to be a part of it, not just as an advertiser, but actually as a stakeholder in Livin in Vegas magazine. So be listening for that, folks. We're actually going to be starting a GoFundMe account, a GoFundMe campaign, and you can be a part of it, folks. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to have all kinds of cool stuff that you can be a part of. Wouldn't that be fun? I mean, you will actually have a stake in the success of this organization, and I think that it'll be fun. Let's talk a little bit about the COVID cases here in the Valley. This is good news. I mean, it really is very good news that the COVID cases in Las Vegas and Clark County haven't been on the decline. This is big. I mean, this is big news. This article just came out yesterday, so it's really up-to-date information. 14-day moving average new cases in the county is down 12.5% from last week. That's big. That's really big. I've got some family members who just got it. My grandson just got COVID. And I actually had the flu 2 weeks ago. So it's no fun being sick. But they said if you look at the actual case numbers reported in the county, it shows an even steeper drop just for our county, 24%. That's huge. Are we still in the high category? Yeah, we're still in the high category. But we're on a steep decline right now of the number of COVID cases. Bravo, folks. I'm so glad that everybody's feeling so much better, and it's a great place to be at. It really is. Here's a good article. Where do we want to go? Oh, let's go to Allegiant. No. Let's go to the story about Red Rock Canyon. So many of you know I'm out at Red Rock Canyon probably once a week. You know, sometimes not every week, but pretty much every week, riding with the guys. Buddy Daryl, my brother-in-law Chip, Bill, Russell, Kevin Hanratty. You know, some of you guys know the attorney Kevin Hanratty. He's out there. Quite a few guys go out there riding. So we have a riding club headed up by George Gerlach, and George is the former owner of a really large architectural firm here in town. And now George is in his 70s. He's still a monster. He's a feisty guy. You thought Kelsey Plum was feisty? George. That brother is feisty. I can tell you stories, but I won't. Anyways, so we're out at Red Rock pretty much every weekend, and on occasion we'll ride the loop because Daryl likes to ride the loop. Okay, my buddy Daryl. Many of you know Daryl. He's a owner of Walker Furniture. So Daryl likes to ride the loop. Well, to ride the loop, they've raised the prices of riding the loop. I think it was $15. Now they want to triple the price of riding the loop now. So what the loop is in Red Rock Canyon, it's basically a 7-mile loop, and you go, and it's an elevation change of like 100 feet. So it goes up quite a bit in like the first 3.5 miles. So that's a huge elevation climb for that short a distance. So, and off of the loop up there, because it goes up into the Red Rock Canyon area and then it comes back down and then get back on to the Charleston, the loop area, and continue to Boulder Highway or to Blue Diamond. So they raised the price of going up there one already, and they did the same thing at Calico Basin where they were trying to, you know, raise the price of their. They're proposing now to triple the amount of money it costs you to drive on land that you own already. This is what's driving you crazy. What they're basically doing, folks, and we're going to leave a link to this because I got to find the article. I just heard about this morning. Have not had time to research it to get the link because they're having public comment on this, and I can tell you right now, this is not going to fly. What they're basically doing, and now I'm getting upset, so I'll try not to. I'll try not to be upset, but I'm upset. There are a lot of people who hiking is a free, other than the tennis shoes and the water bottle that you might take out there with you, it can be it's one of the few things in life that you can do without having to pay an arm and a leg for, or to be rich for. What the BLM and the Park Service are doing right now is they're pricing people out of enjoying nature. They've already done this out at Lake Mead, when I was a kid, folks, Lake Mead, we were out at Lake Mead during the summer every day. We would put $2 of gas in the car, and me and the buddies, Phil, Floyd, all the guys, my brothers, we would go out to Lake Mead on $2, spend all day there, Jerry Rodriguez, guys like that. And we would spend all day there, cost us nothing to be out at Lake Mead. Pick up our trash, we're gone. We'd come back the next day. Now to go out to Lake Mead, there's a fee. If you want to go into Lake Mead, okay, land that you are already paying taxes for, you have to pay for it. Which means a lot of people are not going out to Lake Mead and enjoying the land that they own already. I've already talked to one of our city council people, and I'm sure they will get back to me on this. I won't even say it, because to go to our state museums, okay, these are public dollars that are paying for these, okay? These are not like, hey, guess what? These guys decided to open them up. Unless you can charge, and it's $20 a head to go into our state museums, to our natural history museums, that kind of stuff, to go see the old Mormon fort, that kind of stuff. You're having to, if you got a family of 5, you're paying $100 to get in that thing. Okay? So now that's expanding now to the state parks, which means, dear Lord, what's somebody to do now? If you want to ride the loop as a bicyclist, it's still going to cost you, right now it's $15 for a season pass. If we do not do something about this, folks, and we do not say something about this and voice our opposition to this, and yes, I am that guy, folks. I will lead the charge on this, because we'll leave a link to this. It's going to cost you $45 for a season pass to just ride your bike up into the loop, or just to drive your car up there on a weekend. And in some cases, because you're paying almost $6 a gallon for gas, you basically price people out of it. This is not good. This is a no bueno moment. We'll leave the link to this, folks. We will. What time is it? Oh, just got it. Let's end on a good note here, folks. We will. The animal shelter, folks. The Animal Foundation, Southern Nevada, is this weekend. They're having a. You can actually go out and get an animal for free. So they're waiving their fees. Where's that article on this? I know I've got this article here. There it is. The Animal Foundation is waiving fees for summer adoption events. And what's going on, folks, is that a lot of people, because it's getting hotter, they're returning their animals. On occasion, you'll hear, in the background, you'll hear a dog barking here at the studio. And it's my neighbor. My neighbor's got a couple of dogs. They're beautiful dogs. They're just wonderful little dogs. But they bark. Some people leave their dogs out, which is illegal. You can't leave your dog out on the patio because it gets hot. Like today, it'll be 100 degrees. And you can't just leave your animals It's not like they're wild animals anymore. They're very domesticated now. So the Animal Foundation of Las Vegas wants to give you a cool pal to hang out with during the summer months. And this weekend, starting, I believe it's Thursday and Friday, or Friday and Saturday. Oh, it's Friday. Friday through Sunday. Summer of Love adoption event. Friday through Sunday. Now, my wife is very open to me getting a dog. So we might actually, I'm trying to say, we might actually go out and get a dog. My wife wants one. And so you have to use reverse psychology sometimes. And hopefully she's not watching this show. Please say you're not watching this show. Sometimes you have to use reverse psychology. So I've been playing hard to get because I want a dog. I really do. I deserve a dog. The last dog I've had personally was my dog called Sunny. She passed away 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago. Okay? Because it's 30 years ago. Oh my gosh, it was 30 years ago. My dog passed away. And I've not gotten another one since then. Now, my kids have had dogs. My kids have had animals. My kids have had, their thing. I have not had one. Okay, Sunny was the last dog I personally had. She was a boxer, and she was papered. She was beautiful. Oh my gosh, what a great dog! The flabs, the whole thing. Everybody loved her, and it was a dog that my wife and I I had before I married my wife, and I've been married 31 years now. So I've just said no, I'm not going to get another dog because it just hurts too much. But now after 31 years, I think I need one. I really do. It's you have a hole in your heart where a dog needs to be at. Okay. So this weekend, let's see if I can get the wife to go out there. And if I do, folks, guess what? She'll be right here on our next show. How about that, huh? Sounds cool, huh? Anyways, once again, folks, want you to go to our website. We're updating our website, so we're actually going to be, like I said, we didn't get most of the articles that we were going to get to today. But they will be on our website. Okay, we'll actually upload those to our website, and you'll actually be able to check them out. Tons of cool things that are going on in Las Vegas. We'll also try to leave the link to the public comment period for the Red Rock recreational area. This is big. I mean, it really is. And I don't know if you realize how big it is, folks. If you can't go out and enjoy Red Rock Canyon, it's not going to be because we did not give you the information. Okay, we're giving you information. You need to get out there and say something about it, and say, "Hey, hell no, we want to keep the price down low." Why would you raise the price on something that is a natural wonder? Okay, all you're asking the people to do is pick up the trash. Okay, it should. Anyways, so we'll leave a link to that. We'll also leave a link to a couple of other cool things on our website. They've got a hiring thing going on out at Allegiant Stadium. The Animal Foundation, the Summer of Love Adoption. We'll leave a link to that on our website at livininvegas.com. And so much more, okay? Anyways, this has been Sherman Ray, folks, for Livin in Vegas podcast. Thank you all for being a part of the show. We will see you again tomorrow for Friday's edition of Livin in Vegas podcast. This has been Sherman Ray. Next time we'll talk to you about the people, the places, the trends, the events that shape the city of Las Vegas, folks. When you think of Livin in Vegas, think living local. We'll see you again tomorrow.